Welcome to episode 354 of the official Gamestitch Podcast. I'm Ryan Walton, and as always, I'm joined by Dan Reamer.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good afternoon. Whatever it is.
Good evening.
Night.
Good night.
Dawn, dusk. Twilight.
Producer Gerald is without power.
Big storms out your way.
Big storms. He's without the energy this morning, so he will not be joining us.
Again. So, once again, no guidance, no anything. Just us riffing. We're just going to riff.
Riff-raff.
I'm going to wing it.
What about those wingsuits? Are you into those?
Nope.
Me either.
Nope. I don't even like them in games.
You're totally out. You don't even like the fake ones.
Nope.
You're totally out on a wingsuit. I don't know if, proportionally, I don't know if I'm built for a wingsuit.
I feel like if you're in the wingsuit, you're a little bottom heavy.
I think there's a build that I see most people using the wingsuits that have. I don't have that build. So I don't even know if they work the same.
I mean, I get how the aerodynamics of them work, but no interest. Wingsuiting is not something I want to do. I don't know if there's another name for it. They're professional wingsuiters. Fine, you can tell me. But until then, it's wingsuiting.
They're like 0G. They have a dumb name. Squirrel suits.
That's what you're saying. My name's better.
Yeah. Yes. What did you call them? Wingsuiters.
Wingsuit. We have wingsuiters.
Yeah, that's better. Wingsuiters.
Well, I mean, it's what you are, what it is, what you do. Covers every question you might have.
I can definitely tell you that wingsuiters is not what they're called.
They are now.
This show's all about wingsuiting.
Sorry.
People that wingsuit, the activity of wingsuiting.
Wingsuit Weekly.
That's not bad.
It's not. If we know anything about wingsuiting, we might be able to.
For amateur wingsuiters. Your audience is always shrinking.
Or people who don't know anything about wingsuiters.
Right. Including what they're actually called.
Right.
Okay. We got off topic already.
We're entry level. We're entry level wingsuiters.
Yeah, that's not something you want to be entry level with, I don't think.
Where do you even buy a wingsuit? I've never seen one for sale, like at a sporting goods store or anything.
Amazon.
Can you get a wingsuit on Amazon?
I think so, probably. Let me ask you this. Is the wingsuit something you shop around to get the best deal? The clearance section on?
I don't know. I guess on how much you like your life.
You're like, how come this one's half off? And I'm like, well, it only has a flap on one side. You're like, I guess I can make that work. It's a good deal. Are you on Amazon right now? I
am. I'm looking up wingsuits.
I don't think they're called that, though.
There's an app. There's a Super G Raphael wingsuit. That's more of a drone type thing.
I think that's right. Super G.
There's a bunch of movies and books, but I'm not saying anything.
There's a movie called Wingsuit?
Documentaries, that kind of thing. Let me try Super G and see what happens here while you keep talking there.
I don't know how to fill the space. I've
Super
literally
G.
Nope. I've literally said everything I know about wingsuit.
Nothing. I don't know. Basically, we don't know where to buy wingsuits. Or we don't know what to call them. One or the other.
Right. This is a special episode. Because of the wingsuit talk. I know people are into that.
Yes, there are some. I've heard.
Now, we have a game we're going to give away. But then I was just thinking right now, this is all, we're going to do a little behind the scenes for everybody. We have this game we're going to give away. But then I'm like, we're 2 episodes away from a full year of episodes you could listen to.
It's true.
So should we just wait?
No.
Because then the game isn't as current.
Because then what?
The game isn't as current either.
Right.
Wait.
Right.
But also, we have nothing planned for a year's worth of episodes.
Well, we're celebrating early.
But then we're not going to... I mean, I know there's no more celebration after this. It's not like it's just early. It's like this is all there is.
That's how celebrations work. You're celebrating it early so you don't have to do it then. We're throwing ourselves our own premature birthday party, essentially.
Yeah, and what a lot of you new listeners don't know is we've recorded like 30 episodes early on that just you never even got to hear.
That's true. We could take a break that week and release one of those.
We could, except for the computer that I dropped that no longer works is the computer that had that on there.
And can you not get that stuff drawn off of there somehow?
Well, the hard drive is what I fucked up.
Oh.
So maybe someone who had a knowledge of the HDDs could, but I don't know how. When you turn it on, it just goes click, 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 which if you search for that means it's fucked. So I put a new hard drive.
And that is the technical definition, folks.
Yeah, I put a new hard drive in it, and it works-ish, but it doesn't, all that shit's gone, so.
And there's no way to plug in and transfer from the one hard drive to the other just to...
No, the hard drive's fucked.
That's too bad.
Yeah. So that clicking noise is it trying to read the hard drive unsuccessfully.
There's got to be a way to do it. I mean, I've watched CSI. They do that shit all the time.
I mean, I could just send it to you if you think you got it figured out.
I didn't say I could do it. You need to send it to the CSI lab.
All right, I'll send it over to them since I'll just Google CSI lab mailing address.
Send it to the database or whatever.
Right, CODIS. Yeah, send it to CODIS. We're gonna give away a copy of NBA 2K20 for the Xbox One. We're gonna give it away this episode, and we thought, what's the most inconvenient way to give that away to a large group? One copy, one game.
Hold on. No, you say inconvenient. I say genius marketing.
Yeah. I mean, it's not inconvenient for us. It is for maybe for you.
But you know what? If you don't like listening to us.
Yeah, you should be listening to the whole show anyways. So we have a digital copy of NBA 2K20. Now, I will say this friend of the show, friend of ours, longtime supporter, Thomas, actually gave us this to give away.
We thank you for that, Thomas.
I wouldn't feel right about doing this without giving him a shout out. Because he's an awesome person. I know we've said that a million times, but I mean, really,
stand by it, 100%.
So it is a digital copy of NBA 2K20 for the Xbox One, and so here's what we decided: the Xbox codes, for anyone who's never typed one in, it's like 600 digits long. It's way too long. They break it up into 5 sections.
5 sections of 4 or 5?
Of 5 letters.
5 sections of 5 letters and numbers.
Yep. So what we're going to do
25.
We're going to, throughout the show, I'm going to give you a section of 5, just wherever I feel like it. This time, I'm going to tell you this is the first section. Going forward, I might just throw it in a sentence. I don't even know. I haven't planned this out. I may not indicate that this is the rest of the code, but it'll make sense because it won't make sense.
Right. So what that means is, if you want your free copy of 2K, what is it? NBA 2K20?
2K20.
If you want your free copy of NBA 2K20, you have to listen to the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
So you can pick up all 5 groups of 5 letters that are sprinkled randomly throughout it. Or you can probably spend 4 or 5 times as long just fast forward and rewind it, trying to get to where we spoke the code.
That's true too.
So
now remember,
I guess it's time management versus how much you actually enjoy listening to us.
A lot of people listen. We only have one code.
Mm-hmm.
This is a first come, first serve. I would love to have a code for everyone. We don't. So there's one code. Congratulations to whoever wins it. And, I mean, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of, that's, if this show had a motto, had a tagline, it would be like,
that's right.
Gamestitch, it is what it is.
And we don't, you know how much we don't enjoy Battle Royale, but this is our version of a Battle Royale.
Right. So I will now give you the first set of 5.
Go.
M4VPJ. Now, I want to make one thing totally clear here. If you didn't understand what I said, it's too bad. I'm not going to give it to you 100 times. I'm not going to derail the show to give a copy of this game away.
Well, maybe you should,
No.
Do it phonetically.
Nope. We've done that before.
Like you could say B as in Bravo or nope. V as in Victor.
Well, first off, we've established I don't understand what you're supposed to say for each letter.
Okay. Well, just make something up, like B as in Bunny Rabbit.
Right. I'd be like B as in Brandon, V as in vehicle.
Yes. As far as an old callback, U as in uterus.
Right. Well, it's what came to mind. I mean, do you feel like that's necessary? You feel like we have to do it that way?
It's up to you. I mean,
Because that I feel like that. I mean, well, if you think people can't understand me, it's weird that they listen.
I think they can understand you, yeah. But it can be hard to hear those letters just on their own. But I mean, on the flip side of that, if it's not this one, it's probably this one.
Right. Okay. Well, so I'll give in. It's M as in motorcycle. The number 4. V as in victory. Is that right?
You can do victory, yeah. Victory starts with V.
P as in penis. J as in juice. So it's penis juice at the end for anybody that wasn't keeping track. So there's your first set of 5. We'll sneak the rest in later. And that was a happy accident.
Yeah.
We'll sneak the rest in throughout the show. But I think that's a good starting point. You're gonna need a pen and paper for this episode. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just laughing at how you just your mind just did penis juice off it on its own without subconsciously.
That's how it is up here.
It's odd
in my mind. Not if I didn't put myself on a pedestal. That's how it is in my mind. Anyway, since I said up here, I didn't want you to think I was placing myself above, everyone else.
Oh, like you're on a pedestal?
Yeah.
P as in pedestal?
Yeah, could have done P as in pedestal. B as in better than you.
Yeah. That's not a code, by the way.
No. This no one will ever be able to tell what the code is. I just realized how impossible we made this. Because we gave the code, then we gave the code again, and now we just keep talking about letters and numbers. But if you're fast forwarding, I hope you're super screwed up.
You're super fucked, yeah. So you have to listen so you can get the context of everything.
Right. I think so. It's not impossible. Maybe I should say this is section number 2, 3, 4, 5.
I do too. Yes.
Yeah. I don't want it to be. I want someone to get the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
So let's just dive right into the damn content.
Okay.
The meat and potatoes.
What'd you get into this week?
I played the normals, some Rocket League. There's a cool Halloween event going for Farm Together. So I'm doing that, unlocking some of that stuff. Just working my way through the platinum that I'll never get. And then I also played a little VR. I jumped into Ghost Giant. So Ghost Giant's a game I wanted for a while, but it came out in April. For whatever reason, I didn't buy it. I think I thought it was too expensive when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like $24.99 or something. And I kind of forgot about it. And then PlayStation has got the sale going on. I think it's like October savings, maybe.
It's like like a Halloween sale type thing.
Yeah, I think it's under the October savings. Maybe it's the Halloween. I don't know. It's not Halloween because it's not a scary game. It's got October savings. Yeah, but it's not
Ghost.
Really. Yeah,
it's right in the name.
I hear you, but it's not really like that.
Well, the Halloween is just like Halloween related stuff, not necessarily scary things.
It's not Halloweeny though.
You're a Halloweeny.
It's not Halloweeny. Anyways, it was on sale for like $18 and some change or something through the sale. And I was like, I don't know how much was too expensive, but that seems okay to me. And then I added it to my cart, and as I was getting ready to check out, I'm like, I wonder if they made a physical copy of that, because usually if games start to get more expensive, there's a physical.
Mm-hmm.
So I jumped on Amazon or something. It was like $24 on there, and I was like, I'm just not willing to pay that. So I guess I'm going to get the digital. And then something, a little birdie inside me was like, just search the interweb and just see what it cost. So I realized that GameStop had it used for $17.99.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't love used games as far as that goes for new stuff, but a VR game has got to be as lightly used as any game out there.
Right.
Most people either don't play it or play it one time or something like that. So I was like, you know what? I could give into that. So let me see what stores have new. And if they have new, it's probably $20. I'll just get new. Nobody in the company has new.
Oh, no.
Which tells me, as a former GameStop employee, they have moved the new to used SKU.
Yes.
So I'm like, even better. If I could find a used copy, it's probably untainted. So then I searched the wild to see where a used copy is. There's only one store within 100 miles of me that has it. And it's on the other side of town, but it's still pretty convenient for me.
Still pretty close.
Right. So it says they have multiple copies. So I shoot over there. I grab one off the wall. I go up there. I give it to the guy who I can only imagine was the manager, who was very proud of his abilities. And he handed me a sealed copy of the Ghost Giant for $18. So I was pretty damn proud of myself. But when I was checking it, this is why...
He was proud? You can tell us why I was proud?
Yeah, I'll tell you why he's a fuckbag in a second. But the reason... No, he was fine in the register, too. No disrespect to him.
Why can't he be proud?
Because he's a fuckbag. I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
But as I'm checking out, I'm buying Ghost Giant, okay? I understand what that says about me. Because everyone listening is like, what the fuck is Ghost Giant? And I'll get to that even after the reason he's a fuckbag. But as I'm buying that, the guy behind me goes, "Hey man, what are you getting?" Okay, I don't want to do this. I don't want to talk to this guy. Yep. Turn around, I'm like, I'm just getting a VR game. He's like, "You're not getting Call of Duty?" Nope. No, I'm just getting a VR game. He goes, "What's VR?" And then as I start to talk, he goes, "Oh, virtual reality?" Yeah, just getting one of those. He's like, "You're not into Call of Duty?" No, I don't play Call of Duty. So I'm buying a game that looks like it's designed for children.
And this is the guy VR. Behind you, not the fuckbag.
Right, not the fuckbag.
He's going to be a fuckbag in a second, though.
He is going to be a fuckbag in a second. Because then, so I'm checking out during this whole process. Then the guy goes to the fuckbag, to Mr. Fuckbag. He goes, "How come nobody's buying Call of Duty?" As if I am the pulse. Right? As if I am the guy that determines that no one's buying Call of Duty because I'm buying Ghost Giant. And the fuckbag says plenty of people are buying Call of Duty. He goes, "Well, I remember when the old ones used to come out, this store had a line all the way down the whole strip of people trying to get Call of Duty, and I don't see anybody here right now." He said, because you don't understand how it works anymore. We hand these babies out at 8 o'clock the night before.
Right.
The guy said, "Okay, so how many people did you have here then?" I'm just trying to buy my game. They're cross-talking me.
Yeah, I hear you.
But the register's running slow, and I just want my receipt in case my brand new sealed copy of Ghost Giant needs to be returned.
Right. I understand.
So he said, "Well, we had about 90 people." He said, "That's it?" The guy said, "Well, 90 people is pretty good for pre-orders anymore." The guy was like, "Okay, how long did it take to get everybody out?" He said, 5 minutes because I'm a pro. So first off, I know the fuckbag's lying because he didn't go through 90 people in 5 minutes.
No. They do have a new system that's really...
But then he makes a claim even more bold than that. He says, at the height of pre-orders, we pre-ordered 600 copies of Black Ops 2. And I got everyone out in 15 minutes. That's what makes this guy a fuckbag.
Okay, first of all 600 of those people weren't there opening night.
Right. But he doubled down on his lie of how fast he is.
First of all. And there's no way, because when Black Ops... Is that the one that came out last year? No, that was Black Ops 3.
4.
Right? Black Ops 2 was quite a while ago.
Yeah.
Like 4 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't even doing it the new way. That guy's a liar.
Right, so he's saying he did it the old way and got out in 15 minutes.
Yeah, there's no way.
Right. And he was just...
fucking way.
He was like extra douchey about the way, like he was in an argument with a guy who clearly doesn't know anything. I mean, we almost had to explain what VR was. Right, you're picking a fight with a guy who doesn't even, I mean, there's not even a reason to pick a fight with him. And also you're bragging about how good you are at running a GameStop. Or not even a GameStop, how good you are at running a fucking release.
Yeah.
And then they go into the whole, how much is the new maps going to cost? And he's like, "Oh, it uses a battle pass, all the maps are free." And I'm like, where the fuck is this receipt?
Yeah, can I have my fucking receipt so I can get out of here?
This is taking just way too long.
So, losing my mind. I'm going to have a stroke.
As he was explaining how the battle pass worked, my receipt finally printed. And he was like, "Bag?" I was like, "Nope. Just the game and the receipt will be fine as I get the hell out of here." So
other side of town.
Mm-hmm. Over by...
Madison area?
Nope.
Or Dover area?
The one over on Fort Campbell Boulevard. I don't know the fuckbag. I don't mind saying where he's at.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one in the old plaza?
The one that used to be Hastings, that area.
Oh, yep, okay.
Yeah, that guy.
That's what I thought. I thought it was either that one or Madison.
It's unlikely he listens to the show, and if he does, what's up, fuckbag? How's it going?
Yeah, 15 minutes. Liar.
Yeah, we could be friends. Just stop lying to people. Stop bragging. Even if it's true. Even if somehow you performed a miracle and got 600 people, which never showed up at that store.
There's no way. No. They might have had 600 pre-orders.
Right, but if you got 600 people out in 15 minutes... No one even cares. You don't even have to tell people. Especially that guy. That guy didn't even... I mean, that's not your guy.
Right. I mean, I'm all for, I get it if you do something good, maybe mentioning it. But you need to pick that battle. Like if you want to tell people that you, I don't know, save 4 kids from drowning, that's a brag you could... I'm okay with you telling. It has some relevance. It's kind of important to society.
Yeah, if you're a hero.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. But the whole 600 people. Yeah, that's not really a relevant brag. That's more like you need a hobby.
It was weird
type of thing.
And I'm not judgy. Like, people got to do what they got to do. They got to do them, as people say.
Right, I understand, but
if you're going to make me wait that long for my receipt, that part wasn't his fault. And I give him credit because I know that when we converted something from used to new, we were always supposed to take the plastic off.
Yes.
And he gave me a sealed copy. So he scored a little points back. But man, when he said, that's not even the best I've ever done, I was like, okay. Okay there, Skip. You're a little too excited.
Skippy.
I don't know what his name was. But... Okay, Trevor. I'm not impressed.
Yeah, okay, Chad.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking Clark. I don't care.
Okay, so you want to tell us about Ghost Giant?
Oh, yeah. It's really good. I enjoyed it. You are as you can imagine, you play the role of a ghost giant.
A giant ghost?
And you are aiding a little boy through... It's a puzzle game. Mm-hmm. More or less. You're having to manipulate the environment and help him complete his task. It's. I'm gonna say I got the platinum in it last night. I finished it in one sitting, and then I came back the next day to clean up the platinum. It's probably like 5 or 6 hours max. So it's a short experience, which is about right for VR, and I really liked it. I enjoyed it. It's very polished. I had one little hiccup. I had to restart a level on. But it's not a big deal. The levels are pretty quick, everything like that. Now,
it was buggy, or you messed up?
So I dropped something. Your ghost giant appears to always be in a circle of kind of like water.
Okay.
Like you're almost in this little it's like a recessed area that looks like there's water there, and you're kind of always floating above it.
Okay.
You're giant. If you drop anything below you, you can't pick it up. It then disappears and respawns wherever it was.
Okay.
I dropped something and it just fell in there and just stayed there.
So you had to restart to pick it back up.
Because I had to have it to complete the thing. I needed. I didn't just drop something stupid.
Got it.
But I really enjoyed it. It's got an amazing art style. It's got a super cool look. The story is about. The story's about depression. I don't think that says too much or gives away too much, but it's interesting. And you're the little boy's imaginary friend who happens to be a ghost giant. So it's, I don't know. Some people might say the story is a little try hard, but I thought it was fun. The gameplay's fun.
Cool. I'm glad you enjoyed $20. And you're knocking out them platinums left and right too.
That's what I do. I platinum games.
It's not.
That was number 20.
Is that all you played?
Yeah, that was number 20. Did you skip right over
I
number
did.
20.
I did again. If you're a hero, it's one thing. If you're a hero, it's one thing. Your 20 platinums is
I'm telling you, 600
not
people,
relevant
15
to society.
minutes.
What?
600 people, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It happened.
Congratulations on your 20 platinums.
Thanks. Was that too
hard? Who's a fuckbag now?
Man, I'm not nearly as much of a... Also, their shirts... their shirts that they wear now, they say something weird on them. I don't remember what it is. This is like prestige or something on them.
Oh, because they're stores. If they're a prestige store.
Yeah, so all their shirts had like some like ass in the air or nose in the air. Like ass in the air is different. Like nose in the air, like title on them.
That's the second week you went with an off the cuff ass in the air.
Well, it's top of mind, is what some people might say.
So I played some of the regulars. I played some Rocket League this week. Played some more Marvel on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I play it handheld. I really enjoy it handheld.
Mm-hmm.
I don't play it plugged into my TV much. I played some more Shadow of Mordor. I really do like that game. I've just been exploring the first, kind of the first level. I had forgotten how good the original one played until I played this one, and I remembered, oh yeah, I did really enjoy the way this game plays. It's just very smooth, fluid. The combat's great. And you can never go wrong with Lord of the Rings. And I know I said I was going to wait, and I kind of did, but I picked up The Outer Worlds yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I started playing that last night. I'm not very far in, probably 3 hours. But it is, I think it's going to be a real good time.
Yeah.
It's not as, I was afraid. I remember my original complaint was that it was going to be too jokey and, not quite serious enough. I don't think that's the case. I'm actually getting a very serious Mass Effect Firefly, the TV show vibe out of it. Very much kind of like a space western type thing. And the dialogue options and the idea of what the story is pretty interesting. I'm really, really curious to see where it goes. It plays great. The combat is, I'm still really early in the combat, but it feels good. You feel it when you're in the middle of combat. I've only met one companion so far, and she's a little weird. I really like her.
So, I mean, this is a game that I think a couple weeks ago, I thought you would like this game a lot.
Yeah.
And now that it's come out, I've listened to several other podcasts. I've read some stuff, and the Mass Effect comparison is happening a lot.
Yes, it is.
So I think that's even better for you.
It is even better for me. I'm planning on. I can see it a little bit. I'm sure as I get further in, it's going to it become more apparent. But like I said, I'm really early in the game still. But yeah, the dialogue is really, the writing is really sharp. Really, it's really entertaining. It's a lot of fun, and it doesn't take itself. It's taking itself seriously, but not super serious.
Right.
It's not like Skyrim serious, There's a lot of sarcasm and that kind of thing with the dialogue. So I'm really interested to see where it goes. And so far, I'm really enjoying it. I played a little bit actually before I got on the podcast. I was on playing it. So finished up a quest and jumped on. So so far I'm really happy with it, and I think it was a good decision. And that's what I did, is I waited for to read some of the reviews and watch some of the videos. And I was like, yeah, I think this looks like it's going to be right up my alley. I think I'm going to pick that up, and I did. So that's basically what I played this week.
Well, good. I think you'll love that game based off of what I keep hearing and seeing.
Yeah, I think I will too. So, I suppose we shall see. But so far, no, that's it. That's all I played this week.
Alrighty.
I played Shadow Warrior 2, I think, on the phone in some downtime.
Some Mordor, and then some Marvel, some The Outer Worlds,
and Rocket League. That's about
Rocket League. Played some Ghost Giant, some Farm Together, some Rocket League. A lot of stuff coming out, but I think Luigi's Mansion is going to be my next purchase.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on getting the Outer Wilds. honestly.
The Outer Worlds or the Outer Wilds?
It's the Outer Worlds.
Outer Wilds is a game, too.
There is an Outer Wilds that came out last week.
That's fucked up.
That was actually pretty genius. But
one of them should have changed their name.
It's actually pretty genius. I wasn't planning on getting it, and I did, so I may have to scale back just a little bit. I know there's a bunch of stuff coming out, but I got Thanksgiving coming up and Christmas, and
Death Stranding's right around the corner.
That's not what I'm interested in anyway.
The new Call of Duty's out.
I heard. How come nobody's getting it?
It's not popular anymore. I liked that his answer was, because I'm so fucking fast. Shitbag. So that's what we played. We'll jump into the news. Not a super eventful week with the news. Or, I don't think it's super eventful. Someone might.
I don't think there was a lot that happened, but I think some of the things that happened were pretty big.
That's true.
I would say that's more of a correct way to put it. More on the nose.
Right. Speaking of on the nose, it's time for set number 2 of the giveaway.
I was just going to say, this might be a good place. I was just about to speak up. Go.
J, as in Jake. 4, number 4. M as in MILF. X as in X-ray. F as in ferret. Is that good? You like that?
Yeah, that was good.
J4MXF.
Okay. That was
Those
set
are all
number 2.
acceptable. Set number 2.
That was the set of number 2 of the Xbox code.
For NBA 2K20. We're just saying lots of letters and numbers after the fact again. Okay, news time. How do you like delays? Because the first 2 stories very delay heavy.
Mm-hmm.
The Last of Us 2 has been delayed. Not by much, but by a little bit. The reason this is a weird story, though, is because they just announced the day.
They just announced the date like less than a month ago. About a month ago.
They just told us we were going to be able to get it February 21st, 2020.
What game are we talking about?
The Last of Us 2. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you ever said.
Yeah, I said The Last of Us 2 has been delayed.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry. I wasn't listening to you.
It's fine. The Last of Us 2 has been delayed.
Okay, there we go.
It was February 21st, 2020. It's now been moved to May 29th, 2020. So it's obviously not a huge move, but it is
3 months.
It is substantial when you realize it was just announced a month ago, the date that they were sure it was going to be fine a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
They did post some. Druckmann kind of posted a long write up along with this, and maybe read a little bit of this. He said, "I know it was just about a month ago. We had our big blowout for the game, letting media play for over 2 hours of it, along with debuting our new story trailer and revealing the release date. The positive response we saw from our community was overwhelming. You can feel the energy among the team members, and after working on something for so many years, it's invigorating to get a glimpse of the validation." And for all the hard work. However, it's during the last few weeks, as we're closing sections of the game, that we realized we simply didn't have enough time to bring the entire game to the level of polish that we would call Naughty Dog quality. I'll stop there. This happened with Uncharted. Happened with the first Last of Us. First Last of Us, that's weird. Happened with Last of Us Part 1. And they delayed it a few months because they simply said it wasn't ready. Didn't have the level of polish it needed. Naughty Dog has spoke countless times about how their games come together in the last 3 to 6 months.
They have?
It's just so strange for me because a month ago they were totally convinced it was ready.
They were just ready to go with it. Yep. That's. So I'm wondering. I don't know. It's curious if it is something as simple as level of polish, or did they run into something major that they didn't anticipate?
I don't know.
It's just weird. It's just weird that they announced it. They just announced the release date and now have to change it. You generally don't see it that quickly.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think this is doom and gloom, but I am seeing some people on the internet freak out.
Well, that's a thing that's always going to happen. I do think that over time, as this has started to happen a little more and more, especially after some of the serious problems from a few years back the games had. I think most people are beginning to be really more understanding and okay with this because they know what their experience is going to be once that game finally does come out. The idea that comes to mind is Assassin's Creed Unity. Mm-hmm. That game was super fucked when it came out. And that was almost the straw that broke the camel's back. You've seen a lot of these delays happen since then. So I don't know that it's necessarily a bad thing that these things happen. Obviously, it's disappointing because we want to play the game. But I'd rather play a game that's good and fixed and works than be super excited for a game that ends up being just playing like absolute garbage because they didn't take the quality control time.
I can promise you one thing. They didn't delay it. They delayed it because they felt like they had to.
Yeah.
They didn't delay it for shits and giggles.
Just to be dicks.
Right. But I do not believe the game is broken. I do believe it is what they said, even though they would say that either way. Mm-hmm. I do believe it's probably to make that game as perfect as they can make it. It's one of those weird things where sometimes you mess with something so long you mess it up.
Yes, like, it can happen. Naughty Dog's not usually that company.
No, but I think it's sometimes hard when you've worked for so many years on something to finally say, okay, this is as good as it gets. Mm-hmm. And I think they're a company that struggles with that the most because their stuff is so... the games they make are so incredible that the amount of pressure that's on that studio is overwhelming, I bet.
I agree, probably.
To have to be those guys over there and be Neil and know that you have to somehow one-up the game that blew everybody's mind every time.
There's a level of quality that needs to be, at this point, probably surpassed because it's been met so much.
Yeah, so looking forward to seeing what they do there. I still don't know that I'm getting it, but
I'm all over it. This is definitely one I'll get.
Well, March. We're waiting until March now.
May.
By May, I mean March. By March, I mean May. May 29th, 2020. That's when it's coming out. Now, that was the first delay. Now I'm going to hit you with three more delays. Ubisoft has delayed Watch Dogs Legion, Gods and Monsters, and Rainbow Six Quarantine. So 3 of their biggest upcoming games have been delayed. Mm-hmm. Release dates for Watch Dogs Legion, Rainbow Six Quarantine, Gods and Monsters have now been scheduled for the company's 2021 fiscal year. That means as soon as you could expect to see any of these games are April 2020. Previously, Watch Dogs Legion was set for March 6th, Gods and Monsters was scheduled for February 25th, and Rainbow Six Quarantine was set for this fiscal year, meaning sometime before March 31st. The new target means that the games will release somewhere between March 31st all the way through March 31st, 2021. I can't talk. They basically bought themselves an entire additional year of development time if need be. But also, none of this shit matters because they'll just change it again if they need to.
Right.
Yeah.
I think what you're seeing happen here, and I think Breakpoint is kind of the one that, no pun intended, broke it. It was the Breakpoint. Is Ubisoft has gotten to a point where they are putting all of their eggs in one basket. And by that, I mean the games as service idea. And there's just not enough differences in the games they've been putting out. They all play almost exactly the same. They all have very similar locales. They all look very similar. And their service system, their games as service system, all works the same in all of their games. And I think that's, we've said for a long time that games as service seem to be the way that everybody wanted to go. But I don't think Ubisoft has done anything new with that idea. And I think that it's causing people to not be as receptive to the games that they're putting out because they already know what the game is. They already know what there is to expect. And I think maybe they need to make some changes to what their ideas are behind these other 3 games. And that's why they've got that pushback. I mean, they just had a call this week and their stock dropped, 20 points or something?
Well, people do not like Breakpoint.
People don't like Breakpoint.
And it seems like everything Ubisoft has put out for the last 2 years, maybe with the exception of Assassin's Creed, has been just terrible when it comes out. Mm-hmm. They've had to fix it. They've had to make people love it. And to their credit, they've done a great job with that. But that seems the wrong and expensive way to have to do it.
Right.
Who knows where the hell Skull and Bones is?
Yeah.
That game has been pushed and pushed and pushed. You know, the fact that these are pushed doesn't surprise me. They seem to have a lot of trouble getting games the way they want them when they're time to come out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, people do not like Breakpoint. You're right. And a lot of I've heard a lot of complaints that it's really similar to whatever the Ghost Recon was that came out last year.
What was that called? What is my phone doing?
I don't know. I heard you say.
No, never mind. Whoops. My elbow was on my iPad while I was holding my phone, and I thought it was my phone was losing its mind, but I was holding the home button on the iPad.
Gotcha. Whatever it was, Ghost Recon, whatever the last year's Ghost Recon is, apparently
Wildlands.
Wildlands. It's incredibly similar to that, even with a different locale. And the addition of John Bernthal as the bad guy. Mm-hmm. But that whole system seems to work the same. And people, I think, are looking. I think people now are getting to the point with, especially with that type of system, that games as service system or continuing system, they're looking for some differentiation and something new to come along. And Ubisoft just putting out the same old stuff. They're kind of, in a certain sense, starting to become an EA.
That's a low blow.
Well, I mean,
Ubisoft, stop acting like EA.
Yeah, they have some some great IPs.
Now, I do want to say they seem to care much more about their IP than the EA.
True.
But you're right in that they're making some poor decisions. So I don't think delaying any of these 3 games really matter. Watch Dogs is going to do what it does. I'm sure Gods and Monsters has a fan base that's going to play it. And Rainbow Six obviously is the one that they need to be the most careful with.
Right.
Because people love Siege.
Yeah,
so
they do.
That's probably the most important franchise of the 3. That's it for the delays.
For the delay news.
For now. Somebody could delay something while we're recording.
I suppose so.
Yeah, it could
Wouldn't
always
be the first time.
We're never safe from the delays. It's time for set number 3. Everybody ready? Set number 3 of the Xbox 2K20 giveaway. X is in X-ray. Q is in Q-tip. X is in X-ray. Y as in yours. And P as in penis again. Couldn't think of anything for any of those.
It's fine.
XQXYP. That's not a fun set. Set number 3, though.
Or is it? I mean, I think it's a
fine set.
I think it's a matter of opinion. I don't think you get to decide what's a good set of numbers and what isn't. I think that's unfair. I think that's being assumptive.
Well, that's what this show's all about. So that's fine.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about right now, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know I've not known what we've been talking about the whole time. I think it's a smooth transition to Google Stadia, though.
Ooh. Yep.
This is weird news. Just because you pre-ordered the Stadia, just because you got the Founders Bundle, doesn't mean that you'll actually get it when it launches. I'm going to let that soak in for a second. So just because you pre-ordered it so that you could have it first doesn't actually mean that you're going to have it first.
Mm-hmm.
Because Google has announced that they will be sending these out in the order that they were ordered. Meaning the people who ordered towards the end may not actually get theirs on launch day. Seems like we could just get more boxes and more shipping labels. And somehow a company of Google's stature could just figure it out. How to make sure everybody with a Founders Pack got it on Founders Day.
Nope.
This is on the heels of the Founders Edition actually selling all the way out. And they opened up what's called, I think, a Premier Edition.
Premier Edition.
which is virtually the same thing without a few of the perks. So it's the white controller instead of the blue. It doesn't come with the friend buddy pass, and it doesn't come with the founder's badge.
Right.
I think everything else is pretty well the same. But they made it clear that this isn't going to ship the same day. We're going to get the founder bundles out first, and then they'll ship these. But on the heels of that, they kind of also said, hey, not everybody's going to get the founder edition on day one either. So it's very bizarre. It's a very bizarre story. Because if there's a company that I feel like could just figure it out financially, it seems like it would be Google. Right, you got to bring in a couple more people for a couple more hours.
I don't know.
I believe this has less to do with having them ready to ship and more to do with bringing it up slowly.
Yeah, I do too. That's what I think too. They do not want to annihilate the servers on the first day. They have to. So basically, what it boils down to is, if you were one of the very first people who were able to pre-order this, you're essentially getting to beta test the servers.
Yeah, so if there's one fear that I do not have is that the servers at Google will be able to handle this. Right. But I also think there's something said for not starting a car with your foot on the gas already.
Yes.
If you can bring it up slowly, if you have that option, I think it's probably a good thing, even if you know you can handle server load, to ease into it versus everyone jumping on it once. But
I do also think that this should have been announced the same day.
Probably.
Pre-orders went live. This is shady. This is shitty.
Now, I feel pretty solid about getting mine early.
Right. I understand that.
Pretty early adopter, but
not the point.
Not the point. Yeah. Found day one, I feel like I'm going to have it if I'm a founder.
Yeah. Day one is day one.
You also don't get to reserve your name early, which is part of the founders thing.
Right.
I don't know how that works. I think you just get yours first so you can get your name first, because they never said anything about hopefully Dig Juice isn't taken by the time I get it.
Ooh. Bug nuts.
Yeah. Lou Sasshole, which is a person that we were looking up to play Rocket League with one time.
I do remember Lou Sasshole.
Yeah, sweet Lou. Say it fast, kids. You'll figure it out.
And I am still friends. I never talked to him, but I am still friends with Django Ate My Babies.
Mm-hmm. I take off anybody that I accidentally add or that I add through like playing for once or twice. I take them off periodically.
Do you?
I wait for an opening when they're not online because I don't want them to know I'm shitty. So I find an opening when they're not on.
You want to be like privately shitty, secretly shitty.
Yeah, secret shitty. I like to be shitty in the shadows. You know what I'm saying? I'm a shadow shitter.
Shadow shitty.
Yeah. Hit them with that shadow shittiness. So Stadia, right around the corner, November 19th, I believe. Is that right?
Is it 19th or 11th?
It's November 19th at 9 a.m. Pacific time is when Stadia will go live. So mark it on your calendars or not. Maybe take the 20th off too. Who knows when you'll get yours. Don't take penis juice though. Leave that for your boy.
Because you want penis juice?
Yeah. So I've got a plan and then I've got a contingency plan for my name on Stadia. I'm not comfortable to name either one of them here. But that's the plan.
Okay.
Ready for the next story?
Go.
You have anything you want to say about Stadia?
No, I already said it. I think this is shitty, and it should have been announced when pre-orders went live, not after the fact. After they sold out of Founders, that's shitty.
Speaking of shitty, Fallout 76 has unveiled their private servers as part of their basically $100 a year subscription plan. Now, we talked about this last week, I think, about the fact they were going to do this. They were going to get this out before they actually added the game to the game.
I don't think they ever announced that it was going to be $12.99 a month.
I don't think they said that for sure. So it is $12.99 a month, or $100 for the year. Now, this is not, you don't just get the private server, but it's also kind of expensive. Aside from receiving access to the private worlds, Fallout First members, which I guess is what they're calling it, Fallout First members will also receive a monthly bonus of 1650 atoms. That's a random number to spend in the Atomic Shop. There will also be exclusive discounts in the items in the store, and members will gain access to their own private scrap box, letting you store all of your crafting components in a separate place to the limited stash box.
And this, by the way, I'm sure you're going to get to it, but I understand the scrap box situation is going wonderfully.
Yeah, it's a little shit right now. Meanwhile, the new survival tent will also save you some caps by acting as a fast travel point that you can place anywhere on the map. You also get unique emotes and ranger armor outfits to give you some more cosmetic options. So a couple things before we get to the scrap box. Some of these things are just like quality of life things people wanted, like the fast travel with the tent thing.
Right.
I don't know if I love locking that behind a paywall. And the shit on the Atomic Store is all expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes more sense now that I realize you always plan to sell me a subscription plan for a game that people paid $60 for. That still doesn't have any actual NPCs in it that aren't fucking robots. Because we had to delay that part to get this fucking paywall up. But then the fucking stash box is messed up. It's eating people's items.
Yeah, it basically turns out it's a tunnel to the center of the earth.
Yeah. So apparently it's not everything, and I think Bethesda has come out and said they're not gone. They're working on it. The stuff isn't gone, which is what I would say if the stuff was gone. Like if I had fucked something up and all their stuff was gone, I'd be like, calm down, it's not gone. Also, here's 2,000 items and your stuff is gone. Here's Adam's shop money. Your stuff is definitely gone. So, I don't know. It's just another fucking feather in the cap of old Fallout 76.
Yeah. You were looking forward to this because of the private servers. And I'm assuming that now it just means shit all to you.
I mean, I'm not going to pay $100 a year.
Right? I'm not either.
I mean, if there's someone that we know that listens, it's like, hell yeah, $100. I mean, I'll play with you.
In your server.
Yeah, on your private server. I'm not spending $100 a year. Now, I don't know what 1,600 atoms, is it like 100 atoms $1?
I couldn't tell you.
Are you getting $16 for spending 12? Do you want all the fucking bullshit in Fallout? I don't know. Obviously, people are doing this because how they realize all their shit disappears.
Right.
Apparently, it didn't affect every player either, so.
No.
I don't want to make it.
And apparently, there's a fix where if you go into someone else's server and go to their stash box, it's, I don't know, something weird that's really, I had a hard time understanding because I'm not a coder. Maybe.
I'm also not a coder.
Okay.
So I won't be able to.
Or
I won't be any service when it comes to that.
I'm not a wingsuiter either.
Mm-mm. Not a professional squirrel suiter.
A super G.
A super suiter. G. What'd you call it? G-Force, GX.
Super G.
Super G.
G-Force is something else. It's gravitational force.
Yeah. Wingsuiters.
Wingsuiters.
So, does this make you want to jump into Fallout?
Nope.
Okay.
I think I'm pretty much done with that game.
I think I'll maybe play it once or twice more, but it's pretty well on the old back burner.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. As a matter of fact, I'm probably gonna. It's probably a game I'm gonna end up trading in here shortly.
What if we get back into it though?
Have fun, guys.
You could be falling out with us.
Nah, I'm good.
For the low price of $12.99 a month.
Yeah, right. Because you got to remember, I got it for like $1.23 or $1.18 or whatever. So, I could probably trade it in and get $3 and be good with that.
Right. Or you can hold on to it.
Why do you want me to hold on to it so bad? I'm not going back to it.
Because I don't want to get rid of it, and then you'd be like, well, I'll be like, we're going to play it, and you guys will, you're assholes.
I won't do that.
For not playing it when I played it, when I had it.
No.
Because I do think there's a world in which I go back to it a couple times.
I played it when you had it.
When they get NPCs, I'm going to check it out. I fill that world up a little bit.
Okay, I'll hold on to it just in case.
Okay.
Okay?
I feel better about that.
Okay, good.
It's time for section number 4 of the giveaway. 7. The number 7. K is in kite. H is in headquarters. T is in terrific. Q is in queen. 7, KHTQ. Now, the reason kite came to mind is I bought Stunt Kite VR as part of the VR sale.
Did you?
I'll be flying kites in virtual reality soon. I paid 99 cents for that rascal, and if it has a platinum, probably going to happen.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind. I hope it doesn't have a platinum, but if it does, going to bring her home. So, keep a lookout for that. One section left.
Stunt Kite Platinum.
Stunt Kite VR.
You want to do shout-outs first?
Yeah. I'm letting everybody know there's only one section left, though.
Oh, okay.
Keep your pins
You're giving
handy.
it. You're informational. Got it.
We've given you 20 numbers. We've given you 20 digits. Only 5 remain.
Numbers and letters.
Yeah. Numbers and letters. Letters and numbers.
Whichever. Either way works.
There's no wrong answer here.
Nope.
Shout-outs. Remember, patreon.com/GameStitch supports at the $10 tier or higher. You get a shout-out each and every week. If you don't give us a shout-out, we give you one because the time is yours. You paid for this space. It's like a billboard, you know? You rent it. We'll put something up there for you. This is like an audio billboard.
Audio billboard.
Mm-hmm.
That's, it's called, what's that called? I'm sure there's an actual name for it, isn't it?
Just a commercial, I think.
Okay.
Audio billboard's my new band, though. Does it sound like a band?
Audio billboard?
Put your hands together for audio billboard.
Kind of. It sounds like a...
It's like a ska band.
It sounds like a charting system for singles, for music singles.
The audio billboards?
Probably because of the billboard. It's probably the billboard.
You're right, probably because of the billboards. Now that I think about it, we probably got a cease and desist on the way. Probably in the mail right now.
Hey, if you're not getting a cease and desist, you're not doing your job right.
That's what I heard.
That's what I say.
That's what I've heard. Shout outs. Hold on, I got to yawn.
We'll keep all this in here. What they say?
What
you haven't known love till you received a restraining order?
Ooh, that one got dark. I don't support that last one. I just want to make that clear.
Just a saying I heard. I didn't say. I live it.
Right. Though, I will say, if being creepy is your thing, Halloween is your month.
Oh, yeah. You got it going on. It's all for you.
Yeah. They let you get it's maybe the one time of the year it's okay to dress up and just hang out somewhere you shouldn't be.
Right.
Creep by someone's house. So, have at it, creepers. Enjoy your month. This month for you. Shout-outs. Our first shout-out is for Thomas. We'll start with Thomas. Again, Thomas supplied us with the copy of NBA 2K20, the digital copy that we're giving away on this very episode. So I just wanted to take a second to just, again, thank Thomas for, not just for the game, but just for being Thomas.
Yes, thank you, Thomas, for being you and for thinking enough of not only Ryan and I and the podcast, but the listeners as well, and offering this up. This is something you very easily could have held on to or sold, and you decided to do this. So for that, we will be eternally grateful.
Yeah. Good dude.
Very good dude. I haven't talked to him in a while.
He always, I will say this for Thomas, he has a knack for knowing when I am the absolute busiest and then making me an asshole because I'm not able to respond or I don't see it till way later. Like he has he has an ability like none other. Like I can do nothing for 3 hours, but there'll be like a fire drill at work and he's like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "Shit." Because I see it like 4 hours later and I want to be like, "Hey," you don't want to be that asshole who's just super late with a comment that, when I was saying my comment.
I think we know enough about Thomas to know that he understands what busy is, and I'm sure 4 hours is not turning you into too much of an asshole.
He's never complained about it. I always just feel like a mega asshole.
It's a you problem then.
Probably because I don't want someone to think because I don't respond, I don't care, Sometimes I'm holding
I suppose.
You texted me at like 7 a.m. yesterday. I was like holding my phone though, so I responded immediately.
You're right, I did. I figured you were up. You usually get up pretty early.
Yeah, I was up, but I was like holding my phone. But if you had texted me like an hour later, it could have been an hour before I got to respond.
Right, I understand. That's happened before too, and I'm fine with it. I get it.
Right. But, I just feel like I should do better for Thomas somehow.
Well, maybe you should do better for Thomas.
I don't fucking know how. He knows when I'm super busy.
Okay, stop being so fucking busy.
I'm thinking about quitting the job so I can be on the call.
There you go.
That's not the worst idea you've ever had.
See? I don't do problems. I do solutions.
I'm a solution man. You see a problem, I solve a problem. Is that what a job interview is like for you?
Yes.
You come in wearing your solution man t-shirt?
Yep.
Or solution person because it's 2019.
I don't do problems, I do solutions.
Yeah.
Yep.
What would you do if this happened? I wouldn't acknowledge it because we don't do probs around here. What if it did? It won't. I don't do problems. I'm a solution man.
I'm a solution man.
I feel like you should wear a trench coat when you're solution man.
Oh, without a doubt. And you need to wear a fedora, too.
Yeah, trench coat. Yeah, Dick Tracy, I think is what you...
Without a doubt.
I think you're just describing Dick Tracy.
But no, because you got to have the trench coat open because they have to see your solution man t-shirt.
Mm-hmm. Or the fact that you have anything on under it.
Yes.
Always important with a trench coat. Don't tie unless you're trying to make people wonder.
Yes, tying is bad. Unless it's raining and you're wearing pants and you can see the pants underneath the trench coat, then it's probably okay.
You always have to wear shorts with a trench coat and tie it up.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. Do that though. And send us a video.
I do want to see a video though. You do it. If you disregard our advice, you need to show us. Not with the open, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, that got weird. You're asking for dick pics on here. There's not a platform for you to request.
You asked for one too.
Not for a dick pic.
You asked for a trench coat pic. That's what I asked for.
Yeah, you're sounding more sexual than mine.
I know. It did happen that way. You're correct.
Yeah, show us your best trench coat shots.
But it sure did happen.
Yeah, you're like, show us your money shots. I'm like, I don't think that means.
Don't do that.
Yeah, or do.
Just ignore me.
P.O. Box 123 Sesame Street.
Just ignore me.
How do P.O. Boxes work? It's not a street, right?
You have a P.O.
It's just like P.O. Box 76.
Yeah, there's some stuff you can't get sent to P.O. boxes.
Porn.
TVs.
Anything big, I guess.
Right.
It won't fit in the box.
It won't fit in the box.
Yeah. A car.
Yeah, because everybody buys cars by mail.
That's a Carvana, right? They got car vending machines.
Where?
Oh, there's one in Nashville.
Carvana?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
I think you just go in and you're like, hey, I bought this car, and it fucking just brings it down the vending machine like a expired Pop-Tart.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's more like a car elevator. It doesn't drop it down a fucking...
Well, no, I didn't figure.
There's not a giant spring that just shoves it out.
Not like a Snickers falling from the top row. It's not what I figured.
Yeah.
Next shout out.
The next shout out's for Zach. I'll let you make something up for Zach.
I haven't heard from Zach in forever.
My brain's not working well.
Speaking of busy, Zach has just come back not too long ago from vacation.
We heard from him not too long ago. He's in all those
about his vacation. We talked about it though, didn't we?
I'm for sure.
You're for sure? What?
I'm for sure.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
Yeah, we talked about it. So I'm sure that after that hefty vacation and that awesome vacation, I understand that it takes some time to get back into the notion of how real life works again, because you still want to be on vacation. I understand that. So I get it. He's just getting his bearings and he'll be back in touch.
That's sea legs.
Yep, he's getting yeah.
He's got to turn back into a landlubber.
Yep. So once he wraps his head around real life again, I'm sure he'll be back in touch. And Zach's shout out is once I get my head wrapped back around real life, I'll be in touch.
Right. Once he gets his land legs back. I don't think he was ever on a boat.
He wasn't. That's why I don't understand. That's why I'm not commenting on what you're saying, because it's ridiculous.
It's Zach's shout out. If it's ridiculous, it's on him.
Oh, okay. Well, why are you spitting in? You told me to give the shout out.
Why
are you chiming in?
Spitting in?
Why are you chiming in?
Why,
yeah, spitting in.
Nobody says that.
I just did.
Why are you spitting in? Because I can't. I mean, because this is a team.
You knew what it meant. You knew what it meant, didn't you?
You and I are a team. So I knew when you said spitting in what you meant, but no one says that.
I just said it.
As your partner, I feel obligated to let people know nobody says spitting in.
It's a thing now.
It must be a New York thing.
I'm just a solution man. I'm a trendsetter as well.
Ooh, trendy shadow shitter. How good would it be if I just never gave the last 5?
No, you have to.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, what if we just ended the show? We just never acknowledged the fact that we gave out the last 5.
You gave out 4 out of 5.
We could also put the last 5 on Twitter.
No,
so
just say the last 5, because that would require one of us getting on Twitter.
What if I just say 4 at the last 5 and they guess that last digit? Man, that wouldn't be good at all.
Just give out all 5 of them.
You ready right now?
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
Thanks, Thomas and Zach, for the shout-outs. H is in hard on. 2 is in 2. C is in cat. Number 4. Z is in Zequil. That's your last 5. H2, C4, Z. That's a fun section. You hear how good that section is? Because when you hear
H2, 4Z.
No, H2, C4, Z.
H2,
Z4. No, wait,
Z4.
stop. This whole thing is fucked now because you just had me saying letters and numbers. Everybody stop. It's H as in hard on. It's the number 2. It's C as in cat. It's 4. It's Z as in Zequil.
Okay, I'm not going to repeat anything else.
H2, C4, Z.
Oh, I like C4.
It's good because H2 makes me think H2O, like water.
Me too.
C4 makes me think
explosions.
Yep. And then Z is fine.
Sleep. Yeah, it's sleep.
Yeah. That's where I immediately went water, explosive, sleep.
Right.
H2, C4, Z. Good luck ever figuring out any of this.
Yeah.
That's just be a code that expires.
However, if you do end up winning and deciphering our code and picking up your free copy of NBA 2K20, let us know on Twitter. We are at Gamestitch. Or, excuse me, at Game_Stitch.
Yeah, don't send it to at Gamestitch. That's just some squatter that won't give us that fucking name.
Yeah.
At Game_Stitch. Also, Pixar didn't happen.
Yes.
No, show us redeeming. You in a trench coat redeeming the code.
And shorts.
Yeah. Make it look like we don't know what's happening under the coat. You know?
Yeah, but don't show us what's really happening. Don't show us what's really happening.
Not safe for work, you know what I'm saying? NSFW.
NSFW, yes.
Mm-hmm. Is it not safe or not suitable?
Both. Probably both work.
Dan's is NSS. FW. Not safe or suitable. For work. Man. What do you think Gerald's doing right now without power?
Oh. I don't know. Maybe like playing the Switch on his little bit of battery life he's got left.
No, that's for sure dead already because he's been out since yesterday.
Oh, he's got the old one, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, he's fucked.
You think he's like probably got a fire built outside?
He's napping.
Probably got a fire built outside.
I don't know. Just
trying to catch rabbits to cook or something. I like to think it just immediately went Walking Dead when the power went out. It's been out for almost 24 hours.
So that makes it an apocalypse, right?
I don't want to go without.
Oh, I hear you. I don't either. I've had it out for 3 days before. That was bad.
I'd be sitting in the living room like, Alexa, turn the lights on. Make this stop. I hope everybody's shit just went off too.
Alexa, turn off the end of the world.
Right. Okay, Google. Stop apocalypse. Hey Siri, I just hope everybody's phone and everything right now is fucking going off. Hey, Bixby, you son of a bitch. I hope everything's just lighting up in your cars and your houses right now. And I hope you hate us. You're welcome.
Oh.
Cortana. See, anybody use that one?
I don't think so.
It's a deep cut. My computer.
Didn't they take it right off the Xbox now? It's not even available on Xbox anymore.
I think my computer still has it.
Does it?
I think so.
I don't know that mine does or not.
We got Samsung. You got the Bixby.
I do have Bixby. Yeah.
I've got the Cortana over here.
Mm.
All right, that's it. That's all the voice assistants. What a good world we live in.
I know, isn't it?
Where there's more than one of those.
There has never in history been a better time to be alive.
That's true. You know what I'm amazed by? How the commercials don't make the thing go.
They don't acknowledge that fact?
Yeah, like if you watch a commercial for the Google Home or for the Echo and they say Alexa or OK Google or Hey Google, they don't light up.
It must have something to do with frequency, maybe? I don't know.
There must be a way they can do it where it doesn't make it go off. Yeah. However, I can say like nacho cheese and it's like, here's what I found on the internet for quarter horses. And you're like, I didn't say any of that stuff. I didn't call on you. And I've never said quarter horse ever in my entire life. That's what happened.
There are still some things to work out.
Does yours just go off sometimes?
No. No, mine doesn't.
Mine does. It goes off a lot when we play together. And friend of the show, Marshall 205s, goes off a lot too.
Yes, it does. I have heard his go off.
Yeah.
Mine does not. But I don't have a Google in my game room either.
You got to get one in there so it can just go off, and
I'll be. That may be something that's happening shortly.
Yeah, and be like, here's what I found for hermit crabs on the internet. You're like, okay, I'm gonna read this, but not because you sent it to me, just because I'm curious. You asshole. That's gonna do it for us. That's gonna do it for episode 354. We're a mere 2 episodes away from you being able to listen to a show every single day for a year. No, it's not true.
Yes.
That's not even true. 365. What number are we on?
354.
Oh, we've got a ton to go. We got 12 to go.
Oh, yeah. We do. You're right. Yeah,
I was thinking 364 when I said that earlier. I was thinking we were close.
I gotcha.
It's a good thing we didn't wait to give that game away.
Yeah.
It'd been like 6 months from now. 2K 2021 would have been out.
That's true.
I wish the basketball games and the football and all that. I wish it was the year that it was. Like I wish there was 2K19 right now.
You do?
Yeah, and you weren't because 2K20 would come out in 20. Now 21's coming.
It'd be easier that way,
right? Because I never know what the newest one is. Like cars,
but they're basing it off of
the season.
Yeah,
because it spills over.
Yeah.
I wish it was like just easy though for me. 19's the newest one because we're in 19.
Right. I that would be easier, but
I'll shoot them an email.
Okay. See
if they respond to it.
You should do that.
It's been episode 345.
No.
It's been episode 354. 354. And we'll be back next week. Same time, same place. Good night.
Good night.